Hey yo, it's Julie from Do Business Like a Woman, and I wanted to hop on today with a quick update, a Thrive update, and also to talk about why you don't have to be perfect to get clients and move forward powerfully in your business and get some crazy big results. When I first started my business, I used to wait. I used to think, oh, I have to have this perfect and the perfect background for my Facebook Lives and this and that and all these other things before I would move forward and take action. And it kept me stuck. It prevented me from moving forward. It prevented me from getting a full schedule of clients. And it prevented me from being as powerful in my business as I could be and increasing my income. So maybe you're doing the same. So I wanted to hop on and talk about this because a lot of you may have seen my video from Monday where I actually shared with you the situation in my home, in my house at the moment, with the house that I bought and I'm renovating. And I actually showed you the sort of building site that it is and the rough walls and the damp and everything that was going on. Now, a lot of coaches that I followed in the past would tell you not to show those things because you have to present a certain, image to your clients, and you want to be glamorous and show up with just the perfect background and not kind of show your dirty laundry. And while I agree to an extent that we don't want to be oversharing, I believe that people are craving authentic leaders, and you can absolutely be an authentic leader. So, what I hope that you saw through me sharing that video is that you do not have to be perfect to get a full schedule of high paying clients. I am by no means perfect. I do not have it together in a lot of areas like my home and, different areas, dating as well as another one. But I do have it together in terms of supporting people with getting clients. That is something I excel at, and the people that work with me get results. So, it's the same for you. You do not have to be perfect to move forward. Don't feel like you have to have all the pieces in place. Sometimes we go with this real all or nothing attitude, like everything has to be perfect for me to move forward in my business, or I'm just not going to do anything, and that will keep you stuck. Perfection is a business killer. So, if anything, I recommend to my clients often, look, just show up on a Facebook Live and just talk. Don't even be prepared. Just show up and talk. And especially at the beginning where they're like really having some resistance to getting online, to, sharing their stuff, to sharing their voice, just getting into momentum. I had a client recently who's just done her first launch and brand new, had never done anything like it before, and she sold 19 people into her membership site. So this is an awesome result. And the point about it was I just got her into momentum. That's all I really did. Yes, I gave her the strategy, but she did the work. She worked really, really hard and she created the result. What I did was I pushed her into momentum because she was going to take a much longer time. She was going to wait. She was thinking of maybe doing a launch in September. She was going to build a load of content, and I was like, no, get into action now. Don't even build too much of it until you've actually sold it, right? And I always say this to people: you will build it with your founding members as you go along, right? And you will keep adding, but just get going. You can help people right now. Do not hold yourself back, and don't be frightened to be real. I showed you my building site house, and for you maybe it's something different. Maybe there's an equivalent that you feel embarrassed about. Now, I'm not saying you have to show everybody everything. We all get to make our choices. You get to decide what you're comfortable sharing with people. And sometimes when we're really in process and it's really painful and it's like we're in trauma, then it's not an ideal time to share. With me in the house, yes, it was a little bit traumatic over the weekend, but honestly, I'm fine with it. I know that it's going to get done. And for those of you that want an update about the house, the plasterer went in yesterday and did the bedroom. He's finishing that off today. So that's going to be all done, which I'm really, really excited about. And then he's going in over the weekend. They're going to hack off the plaster. Fingers crossed, it looks like it might not be a rising damp problem, which he initially thought it might be a burst pipe behind a wall, which is much easier to fix. So those of you that wanted to know, that's all looking good, and I can't wait to get my finished home. And one thing it has taught me is just how important environment is for me as a female entrepreneur, to have a really supportive, beautiful environment that is aesthetically pleasing. But don't let it hold you back. Again, like, aim for that. That's what I'm creating too. But if you don't have that right now, move forward anyway, right? Currently, I'm sitting in my parents' bedroom because I'm staying with them while the house is done. And, you know, it's not perfect. I'm sitting on the bed, right? But I'm not letting it stop me. I'm still supporting my clients. I'm still showing up here with you. I still absolutely know I can bring you results in terms of clients and money. So hell, same with you. You do not have to be perfect. Please do not let it stop you. Leave me a comment if you ever have let perfectionism stop you. I know I have in the past, right? Which is why this feels so important for me to talk about this. I've been watching something on Netflix called Below Deck. Have any of you guys seen it? It's this thing about like yachting and the crew on these charter yachts that people spend like millions of pounds to hire for a few days. It's really trash TV, but it's kind of fun and relaxing. A good bit of escapism, you know. And what has jumped out to me about it is the captain is so strict with the staff, right? An example that comes to mind, they had some guests who were really into green juices, and there were like 5 guests drinking about 8 green juices a day, and they didn't know in advance, so they didn't have the vegetables for it, and they ran out of vegetables, and they had to take a yacht thingy, like a little boat, a speedboat, and go off to an island and restock on vegetables. Now the captain came down hard on them about that. Well, you should have had the vegetables, you should have been prepared. And I was like, well, how? There's no way they would have known. But what it has shown me and reiterated to me is a no excuses policy. Now, have you heard this before? It comes from a mentor of mine, at least that's where I first heard it. And she used to say it, but I didn't really understand what it meant. Hi, Phyllis. How are you, lovely? I'm just talking about not being perfect and how we can move forward in our businesses anyway. So yeah, where was I? No excuses policy. And she used to say this, and I thought it meant that we had to be perfect, and like, so like, you know, I had to postpone the Thrive experience, and that was a hard decision. But so I was thinking it meant that you would never ever do anything like that. And by the way, under normal circumstances, I never ever would. And I recommend that you don't, unless it's exceptional circumstances like mine were. But then when stuff does happen, it's life, we're humans, stuff happens. You know, go with it and trust. You know, I'm creating an email today called Making Lemonade Out of Lemons, talking about this. And so it's not about being perfect. Having a no excuses policy, it means just that. It means, yes, I chose to postpone the Thrive experience, and I take full ownership of that. Right? I take full ownership of that. So we all get to own our shit, right? We all get to say, from an empowered place, I made that decision because that is the best for my people and my business, and we get to own it, rather than showing up with like, oh, please may I'm sorry, you know. And it's fine to apologize too, but you know, rather than showing up with that please may I energy, it's like, own it. This is my business, this is the decision I made, right, that I think is the best for my community, for me, for the energy I bring, for everything we're creating here. And so a no excuses policy, yes, it's about raising the standards, and it's about doing all we can and keeping on improving, right? So then we learn our lessons, and I know I will never try and run a launch like that again when I'm renovating a house, right? But I own that, and I say, okay, I learned, right? I learned it's fine, and here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to make the best out of it. And by the way, have a look in your emails later, because I'm going to send you a special gift by way of me apologizing to you for postponing the Thrive experience, because I know a lot of you were so excited about it. So I'm giving you a free gift. It's super, super valuable. I'm only going to give 10 of them away. So look out for that in your email later. But yeah, no excuses policy just means we own our things and we make our decisions from an empowered place in our business. And it's not about being perfect. And I think it's even brave to say, well, hey, like, this is what's really going on. I'm not this glamorous champagne sipping person with like, I can't even think of the Jimmy Choos or whatever. That's not who I am, right? I'm much more of a freedom girl. I'm more likely to be barefoot in the grass, or I can be flaky sometimes, and I don't mean with my business, but I can be, sometimes I let my nail polish chip, right? um so I really believe, and especially after everything that's happened with COVID and all the things that have gone on recently, I believe people are seeking authenticity and connection. And I still see a lot of us in our community who want to be perfect and only want to show a certain face to our audience. And again, I'm not advocating, if you're going through something really, really painful right now, I'm not advocating like spill your guts to your audience, but I just believe we get to be a lot more authentic and human with each other, and that actually serves us. Because if you know that I'm not a perfect person and I have stuff going on, and I still create a full schedule of clients, and I still have a profitable coaching business, and my clients still get amazing results, doesn't that empower you to know you can do it too? And you don't have to be perfect. And you don't have to have millions of pounds or dollars in the bank, right? To do this, to get going, to get the full schedule of clients, to get clear on your message. Now, you might want to come and work with me, and we'll work together on that, and we'll get you there. But I do hope that my, super raw video on Monday, no makeup, building site house, really telling you everything I was going for in the moment, I hope that serves you. And maybe some of you will judge me, and that's okay too. I'm all right with that. I sometimes judge people too, but I catch it, and I would rather see someone be real than someone painting a glossy picture, right? Because if it's just this glossy, amazing magazine style lifestyle, I don't relate to that. I mean, some parts of it look good, but I'm like, well, it's not really for me. It's not where I'm at, right? So, anyways, I'm going to stop talking, and I hope you have got so much value from this. I still have a few spots left for one-to-one coaching with me. If one of them is yours, reach out to me via DMs. Let's get this done. Leave me a comment. Let me know. How do you feel about showing up real? Are you still stuck in the perfectionism trap and hiding things? And how do you choose to move forward? Lots of love to you. See you soon.